All right, y'all. It's your boy John Frank, and we are running a test. Testing one, two, three. Acknowledge my voice. Are we in the building? Is we in the building or is we not in the building? You heard? So let me tell y'all what happened, y'all. Before people start speculating, you know, Slim broke up with me, and ever since she broke up with me, I haven't been able to pay for the stream yards because, you know, I'm a bum. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm single, but I don't got no stream yards. You feel me? So I had to go to the free. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. No, no more henny, y'all. No more henny. No more henny, y'all. Whoever came up with the idea for the henny fund was a terrible idea. Bad idea. I got so drunk and belligerent. Oh my God, I made Myron look like an angel. You feel me? I, damn near almost peed on myself, but I didn't. You feel me? Nowhere close, but could have possibly in the future. Who knows? You know, if I keep drinking like that at that pace. The real Nikki Nicole in here. None yet. All right, so look, this is what happened, y'all. I had StreamYard hooked up to a whole nother account. I mean, another bank card. So therefore, they was taking the money. I didn't even know. I had no clue. You know what I'm saying? I'm dumb like that. So they just taking my money. And I found out about it. I said, why they charging me all of this? We stopped payment on it, and now I'm back on the free shit. You ain't get arrested or hydrate with urine, so you're good. Yeah, yeah, I'm not into that. I don't believe in that. Yeah, my boy believe in that, but I don't believe in that. You feel me? So look, y'all. Um, damn, we gotta get people to add this channel, y'all. This channel is not really. I thought it would have had a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? But look, I don't really got nothing to talk about. This is a test, so we're gonna test. We're gonna test this channel out. All right. Um, I noticed you noticed my thumb wall, my thumbnail. You feel me? Apparently, it's somebody ripping the Wi-Fi out of the wall. It seemed like a it seemed like a good thumbnail at the time. Couldn't think of nothing. Couldn't think of nothing because I ain't really had no real topic. But I'm gonna cruise around a bunch of topics that I seen going on. I might be late to the party, but fuck it. So we're gonna start off with KK. KK, you have some audacity, KK. I watched a video that you did where you asked me to leave your kids out of my commentary. And me, as a normal person, I completely understand that. 100,000% understand that, right? But you see how you're asking me for something, but you would not give me the same respect when I asked you for something. And I laid down the whole blueprint and foundation for you. Yes, I did. I told you, hey, one of your kids could die tomorrow, right? God forbid. And I could come out here like a dickhead and be like, oh, good for you, and start singing a whole bunch of songs and finding songs about kids dying and stuff and say, yo, that song remind me of KK situation with her son. I could do all of that fuck shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole purpose of me even talking about your kids is not because I'm a degenerate that likes talking about kids. It's because you hurt me by talking about what you were talking about, right? And in order for me to hurt you back, I have to find something that you care about, just like you found something that I care about, and you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. You might not see it as the same shit because one of them is your kids and the other one is a friend. And I get the whole you never met them thing. But you can't tell how someone to feel about someone else. So I'm trying to bridge the gap for you because it's real easy to understand. You feel me? The same pain that you want to inflict on somebody else and make them feel about the situation that you feel, they can do it right back to you. And what really fucked me up is you had the audacity to even say that when that was the whole thing I was trying to go with from the beginning, right? The whole thing what I was trying to go from the beginning was like, yo, you shouldn't even do it because somebody else could go there on you. And you already revealed your weakness by saying, hey, I don't like that. So it's like, why I gotta be difficult? You know what I'm saying? We both saying the same thing. Why I gotta be so hard? That's the part I don't understand. People want the same thing, but they not willing to do it. Does that make sense? So you want me to do something that you're not willing to do for me, and it's damn near in the same realm. Does that make sense to y'all? I don't know. So that was the only little part I was offended by at the end when she's like, "Leave my kids out of my commentary," and I'd be like, "I'd be more than happy to do that." Like that. That's the whole. That's the whole logic behind the shit. Leave people, kids, families, husbands. Well, if they on YouTube, then cool, get them. But if they not on YouTube, it don't feel right because they not participating in the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm in agreement with that, right? And I'm sure you are too. But somewhere along the way, you want to be difficult when it comes to me asking first or it being my terms. I bet you if you came up with it first, it would have just been logic, right? You feel me? So that's the whole thing I want to get across to her, right? Now, moving on to LTH, Lovely the Hippo, or Ugly the Great, right? Lovely, ugly, but this is what you did, right? You over there on your page acting crazy and brand new, right? I understand you understand how the shuffle works, right? And I understand you know how to play this game and you know how to kiss up to people and finagle them and finesse. I get it. You are a finesser. I give you that, right? But the one thing you ain't gonna do is be able to finesse Karen, somebody that genuinely doesn't like you and you genuinely don't like her. So let me give you out a case in point before I sound crazy. Um, LTG was offended by my thumbnail against Karen about the kids going into the water off the beach and yelling in the car, right? Cool. I get it. Cool. Oh, none of John's people said nothing to him about it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. I got you. You're right. It's wrong. Cool. I got you. Right? But how you gonna bring up my wrong without bringing up your wrong? That's the part I don't get. And I'm talking within the same timeline, right? So last week, I don't know what happened between you and Karen, right? But what I do know is you decided to take it upon yourself to look up her life for the millionth time and find out that she in a custody battle or whatever she got going on, right? And then not only did you decide to find all of that out, you decided to put it out. And after you put it out, you decided to put it in your members area so you could profit off of it, right? Why is what I did any worse than what you did, right? I didn't come up here saying, yo, you a terrible person for that because I feel like you know that already about yourself. I don't got to be the one to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I don't know why you did it to her. You know what I'm saying? So cool, you did that. It's just the nerve that it comes from you and not somebody else. I think I could respect it if it came from somebody else that did do something to her or recently did something to her. But the fact that you just doxed the whole, well, not doxed, you doxed the whole family, told people to go look it up for themselves, put it in your members area to profit off of it, and all of that. How the fuck do you got the nerve to tell me about my thumbnail? What moral ground do you have to tell me about my thumbnail? You just went to the motherfucking extreme. And then you wonder why people are alluding that you should take your medication. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious that you need it because most of the time you cool when you are cool. But then when you're not cool, people feel like you need your medication. And you know when you're not cool, when you start acting outside of your norm, which is your norm is how you act most of the days, right? I would consider that my norm. So most of the days, you know how to be cool, you know how to be chummy, but then there be them other days where we know it's coming, and you just be on the other side of the bed, you be on some crazy shit, and those them be them days we be like, we know she ain't taking shit that day. You know what I'm saying? Cause your behavior is too erratic. It's erratic behavior, and it doesn't make sense to why it's happening. Like one thing is if it's cause and effect. We could all understand that, but you legit have to make up a reason sometimes to be angry, and that got to be classified under miserable. It got to be. It got to be. Just like the other day, you came to my channel, and honestly, I honestly thought you came to argue with Monica. Really, I'm up there as content. If it happens, it happens. But I didn't think you were gonna come up there to try to be like, I just want to tell you this straight. Like you looked it crazy. You wasted your moment to hit the link just to come up there and tell Trey, like, I think she's trying to get in. Like, really? Really? That's what I'm saying. Some of these people don't make no damn sense to me, right? I'm gonna start operating from this page until the other one frees up. So that way I just balance it on both pages. But what I want to tell y'all? Oh, oh, there was another dude, right? All right, y'all gonna have to check community wall on my main page, right? There's another dude. His name is Storyteller. Yo, dude is protected class, right? Wheelchair, all of that. Mind you, this dude is coming in the vicinity of where I live, right? Acting like he's shooting videos to try to I don't know what he's trying to do, y'all. Maybe he's trying to intimidate me, right? But he's actually doing the opposite. One, I'm tired of weak ass people trying me. Because you know what happens? The weak people that try me always get hurt. And whenever they get hurt, I get in trouble. And no matter how much I be like, they started it, it could be on camera, everything could be pointing like, yeah, I would have did the same thing. But for some strange reason, John always gets in trouble. Yeah. Oh wait. Um, whoever got a wrench, hit that troll right there. I think that was one of the trolls that was trolling Vaughn's kids. Or if they wasn't trolling Vaughn's kids, they was trolling that girl that I gave a wrench to, a brilliant. Yeah, they was trolling her family or somebody. They was trolling somebody. She told me. I don't know who, but I don't think that person good money right there. Somebody 86 they ass if you got a wrench. Or if you got a wrench and you in the bushes, pull up, Jola, pull up, hit that person, Brian. Thank you. All right. So back to my story, y'all. Um hmm. Oh yeah, all right, cool. That troll is Dachshund Shadow Teller. I don't know. I don't know who's who and what's what. All I know is I'm not if that motherfucker's in a protected class, I'm not even looking for him. I promise you that. If that dude in the wheelchair, I'm definitely not looking for him. You feel me? But on the flip side, if somebody in the wheelchair roll up on me, pointing the camera, and I think it's that person, and you know what? I be with my kid everywhere. Like I'm not scared of nobody. I be outside, and then I be outside with my kid. Let me see some foolish shit and think some dumb shit. I'm going to show you how crazy it could get. You feel me? Is going to be a terrible day for everybody. Not just for you, for me, for everybody. Because when it comes to shit like that, I don't care about getting in trouble. Like I feel violated, and then you're gonna feel violated. You feel me? I hope you was in my area because there's some sort of drug program around here that you have to check into or something on a daily basis, or some sort of physical therapy you have to go to. Because I promise you, matter of fact, this nigga posted this video like 13 days ago. 13 days ago, I could have been literally, if you would have looked to the right in that video, there's like a laundromat. I could have been literally right there in the laundromat 13 days ago. And if I would have seen that video 13 fucking days ago, I don't know if it was the same day, but it quite possibly could have been. I'd have fucking walked literally 10 seconds to the left and fucking flipped you in front of a bus or something, hypothetically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all in YouTube banter, y'all. Disclaimer, not for real, no violence. YouTube personality banter, right? Think like this is a cartoon, y'all. Pretend like we're talking about cartoons. And then one cartoon came up to the other cartoon in the wheelchair, flipped them or designated him into the front of a bus like a bull. You feel me? You ever see like I'm trying to see what collides with each other. Two bulls, right? When they both fight. Yeah, imagine two bulls fighting, but imagine a bus versus a wheelchair, y'all. Can y'all picture that? Matter of fact, that should have been my thumbnail, right? Maybe I might change this thumbnail to a Spanish guy pushing a fucking wheelchair person, but with Bill Gates computers on it, like attached to the fucking wheelchair, and fucking right in front of a motherfucking bus. You feel me? It be like that sometimes, y'all. You feel me? Yo, it always be the fucking handicap. I'm not even gonna say handicap. It always be the ones in the protected class that be out here fucking with people, y'all. Is y'all starting to notice that shit, or is it just me? I noticed that everybody fucking with me lately is in a protected class, and this is just some. How the fuck do I get in a protected class? I need a class to protect me. You feel me? Yo, if y'all know any openings where I can apply to a class where you know what I'm saying, I could be protected, taekwondo, anything, anything, y'all, jiu-jitsu, boxing, something. I want to be in a protected class where I'm protected. Because yo, imagine, imagine like yo, damn, you handicapped, so now you got a license to just fuck with people all day. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody do some shit back to you, they gonna go to jail for like 100 years, right? It's like hitting a bus driver. You slap a bus driver, you spit on a bus driver, they might give you 3 to 5 years for spitting on the bus driver. You feel me? So imagine what you do to all handicap over there, all handicap almighty over there. You feel me? Oh, no legs. You feel me? The fuck? Oh, no legs. Imagine the Jade troll telling what the Brian troll is doing. I don't even know who the fucking Jade troll is. Is that something bad? If that's something bad, 86 them too. My bad. I don't be paying attention like that. I just peeped it when you said it, but off the rip, it didn't register to me. You get me? And on top of that, when that whole Jade thing happened over there, I didn't even pay attention to it. Didn't even know what it was about. I kind of played like I skipped that one. I thought that one was for the women. Like I didn't know. I didn't really. I still don't know. You feel? Oh, it's been going. Yeah, I'm on the stream, y'all. I can't see it. Yeah, I was calling for you because I'm like, damn, I just gave it a wrench before I came in. I gotta get Nikki don't got a wrench. I'm gonna give you a wrench too when I switch over. But yeah, so yeah. The only thing I advise that dude is listen. If you're looking for a first class ticket to God, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to go first class to God, to heaven, you know what I'm saying? To the big God, I got you. Keep playing. And the only reason I tell you, I don't be out here DK by myself. I be out here with my son And if I see somebody playing with me, oh, they better have God with them. The police ain't gonna be able to save them. Feel me? That's all I'm saying. And then at that time, I'm not even gonna care if you're in a protected class. You feel me? This shit is out the window. You know, this is New York. We don't get no fucks about that shit. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Hopefully, he was going to like a precinct or something to report me or something. Like, I need a restraining order against this guy or some shit like that. Hopefully, he was doing some smart shit like that. Or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made fun of me on the internet, scared for my life type shit. And hopefully, it wasn't you playing with me on the internet. You feel me? Shit. And then on top of that, the motherfucker gonna do a video. And the nigga got his sound on. This is what leads me to believe the video is real. And all you hear is this nigga sound like he had an oxygen mask on him. He had a hole in his throat. He had a microphone in his other throat. Like, my name is Brian. What they said this is his name. Is this the real dude's name? Brian, I should screenshot this shit and look him up just in case. I'm playing too much. Do we know some handicapped people? I know some crackheads. I get some crackheads. Do you think that's fair, crackhead versus handicap? We got to think about that, crackhead versus handicap. But the only thing is, the crackhead is not 100. The crackhead might be like spaced out too. You know what I'm saying? Like the crackhead might be like half there in the fight, half sleeping. Like the crackhead might like punch the dude in the wheelchair and fall asleep after that. And then when he fall asleep, who knows? The dude in the wheelchair might win. It's like the shit is even Steven. You know what I'm saying? It's not too far from fair. Anything could happen, is what I'm saying. Yo, they used to have shit like this, bum fight. Damn, I gotta get. Matter of fact, tell son to pull up. Son pull up. We gonna set it up. I'm gonna get him a bum fight. I could find me a decent crackhead by the train or something. You feel me? If I go up to the train station on my way there, I find me a decent one for a dub. He'll roll you. Crackheads got superpowers, but special. Yeah, yeah, you right. I'm thinking dope heads. I'm gonna get a dope head for him, not a crackhead. Crackheads got super strength. Remember that crackhead that used to do everything? The one that used to live in the kitchen in the trap? Oh man, that shit was crazy. This nigga used to hold parking. This nigga used to go to the store. This nigga do everything and anything. I forgot his name. I think his name was Magic Mike. It was, right? It was Magic Mike. And then my other son from the streets, Michael Myers, right? That nigga locked up doing like 100 years. You feel me? They gave him a plea for 100 years and he took it. You feel me? My son Michael Myers. Oh man, the memories. Shut up, John Frey. You go to pop. Let him pop his. You think I'm playing? I got motherfucking 10-year-olds over here that'll roll them for me. You heard? I be I be feeding these motherfuckers. I be giving out shit to the kids, to the all the kids in the building. They don't got shit. Yo, here. That don't fit me no more. Here. That's for you. Here. Boom. Yep. They love me. I bought them ice creams when they was little. Listen, these kids was like when I first came in, they was like little. Like they was like my son's age, right? Now these kids is like grown, son. Like they like my size and shit. I'm like, damn. And they love me. They like, oh, that's the one they used to buy me ice cream and shit. At the store they'll roll something for me. Little ones, they still good though. My little ones, they good. They good. They the good little ones. The bad little ones, they out here too. Feel me? Anyway, y'all. Shit. What else I gotta talk about? Oh, so yeah. Look, y'all. Listen, I quit. Listen, before I did the Henny Fund, I already quit drinking Henny. Like the week before that. You know what I'm saying? You can ask Mr. Warner if you don't believe me. So I already done drank Henny, I think once past the time I was supposed to, or twice. So I already done messed up twice. I gotta stop drinking, y'all. I fuck around, turn into an alcoholic by accident. Don't even know it. And then Karen thinks you gotta get fucked up and drunk to get on. Nah, I do that for fun. That shit ain't. I don't need to be fucked up to get on live. I do that just cause it feels. Is I have more of a good time with it. I could be there longer if I'm drinking. If I'm not drinking, say what I gotta say and I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm drinking, I can stretch it out a little bit longer, make it a little bit more entertainment. He probably heard about those kids that got you a long time ago. He think you a Marcus. Yo, everybody's saying I got my bike took. Who the fuck took my bike? I don't even got a bike. Everybody keeps saying I got my bike took. And I'm just like, see how stories, metaphor, whatever into other stories. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids that beat me up, I ain't have a bike. I just got beat up by some little kids. Square. That's what the fuck happened. Period. And I whooped some of them out, but it was a million of them. Whoever I whooped out, I don't know. The first three motherfuckers, they got whooped out. Next thing you know, they jumped on me like hyenas. And then I ran into the motherfucking there was like right across the street from the McDonald's, there was a fucking a mechanic shop and the shit was open, right? And I ran in there and grabbed a wrench the size of my fucking arm. You feel me? And I came out and they booked it. They ain't want no more problem. Once I grabbed the wrench, that's it. They was it was over. They all booked it, scattered like roaches. And then on top of that, I still had to work there. I could have left early, but I'm like, I don't want to get fired. I just called my boss. I was like, listen, my shirt got ripped. It's all good. Send me another one. Boom. Stayed the rest of my shift. Came back the next day, did my shit, seen the motherfuckers again. Them motherfuckers is all apologizing to me, copping pleas like crazy. And it was one of them situations where I couldn't even get nobody on them because everybody that I would have got was like my age and better. You know what I'm saying? Even my little homies was older than these fucking kids that jumped me. So yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Who the fuck? I learned the lesson. 15-year-olds is on fucking steroids. That's what the fuck I learned. These niggas was on crack. You feel me? I'll be front and center in 5 minutes. All right, Mr. Warner. No, these kids were on fucking crack. I don't know what they put in their school lunch. These motherfuckers had proteins, potassium, all of the shit that you need to be strong. These motherfuckers had it. Creatine, they put creatine in these motherfuckers' milk. I'm telling you, these ain't no regular little kid. Matter of fact, when I was like 14, 15, I was exceptionally strong, yo. I was strong. I was like that. I was really like that at 14, 15, 16. For some reason, I was built like that. But these motherfuckers is also built like that. You feel me? So I ain't think no little kids could roll me. I'm looking at them like I wish you would. Like that's how I approach the situation. And it's all because I was saving somebody else. They should be thankful I got jumped. There's not a lot of motherfuckers like me that would get jumped. Imagine your son about to get jumped by like 50 people. And I'm seeing this shit from the McDonald's. I'm inside the McDonald's doing security. My job is to securitize the fucking McDonald's. That's it. Anything that happens outside the McDonald's is not my business. But I can't see no little kid get jumped and be me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be me if I would have let that little kid get jumped. I'd have felt like a punk afterwards. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So I had to go stick my nose in some other people's business that ain't had shit to do with me. And literally, all these kids, I see them all the time. So it's not like I don't see these kids all the time. Even the kid that was gonna get jumped. You feel me? And he's like one little thin ass kid, and they was about to do him the way they did me. So it's better that it happened to me rather than it happened to him because some was scrawny like the rest of them. You feel me? Um, he was just a little scrawny kid, a little cool kid. And then on top of that, the next day, even when they apologized to me, the little shorty came up to me too with him. I guess they was all squared by then. He even came up to me and was like, he was like, "Yo, good looking for that." You know what I'm saying? Because he already knew they was gonna stomp him in the ground. You feel me? And then on top of that, these are not your regular Bronx kids. Like you feel me? Like maybe they're like me when I was a kid. Because when I was in high school, I used to have to go to high school with a weapon. Not for the people at school. When we left school, it was dangerous. So when you come home from school, like the train might leave you on somebody else's block, and you might have to go through somebody else's block to get to your block. And then people on that block just don't like you because you're from the other block. Simple as that. And you have to have something on you in order to get home. Or sometimes when you get out of school, all the schools mix in Manhattan and it gets really crazy. People have screwdrivers, you get poked up with screwdrivers in there. You don't want to be on the opposite end of that. And on top of that, you don't want to be the person that don't got nothing. Trust and believe that. So remember back in the day, it wasn't Nike boots, it was Timberlands. So I throw the shit in my Timberland. I had the, the kitchen knife with the set. Remember the smallest one? Yeah, I had the little baby kitchen knife, the one for the steak. I throw the shit in my boot. It would get past the metal detectors. What up, Cherokee? So boom. One day I got caught with the shit in school because I got into a fight with somebody else, and I don't know. I guess the shit fell out my boot or some shit. Or searching me, they found it, and they called my mom, whatever, whatever. Like, why? I'm like, I don't even got this shit for school. I got this shit to go home. It's just to go. Yo, it was so real at the time that they believed me. I got suspended for a day off that shit because they knew they just suspended me for the fight, for the 2 days or whatever for the fight. They didn't suspend me for the knife because they already knew it wasn't even. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that type of kid. You know what I'm saying? They already knew who those type of kids was. I literally told them like, this is just for when I get off the train. When I get on the train, it's crazy. You feel me? So these all right, back to the story. These motherfuckers, when I was doing security, they was always stopping at the McDonald's, whatever. But they would always be like 10, 13, 15 deep. And I was always wondering why these kids go home so deep, right? Now I remember these kids will all live in the same area, like a big pocket of them. So they would have to go to school, like not to school in the morning is all good. It's coming home from school. There's never a problem in the morning. There's never no problems in the morning. It was always leaving, right? So these kids, the same kids that jumped me, them kids are strapped up every day with all sorts of weapons. And I'm talking about all sorts of weapons. Everything you could think of, from machetes to fucking kitchen knives to fucking mop sticks to fucking canes. You know, little kids, their favorite thing is to walk around with canes and make themselves look obviously suspicious, right? So I call those the stupid ones. The ones that walk around with a cane and a bandana tied to their cane, over excessively tough. I call those the stupid ones. But I can't even say nothing because when I was their age, I had the whole bandana get up and everything. You feel me? I had to run everything from the bandana to the beads. Uh, you know what I'm saying? So my mom told me I was a clown. You feel me? I was like, I was like, that's fashion. People don't even do that no more. And I'm like, yeah, 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 man. You know, I'm ignorant kid, right? Later, woo, 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 mom ends up being right because nobody even do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And the only people that do that now is the psychos. You know what I'm saying? Anybody you see in the street on a regular walking, and it's not like going to the beach or something. On a regular, just walking around with a bandana on and shit like that. Everybody knows, hey, that person is still psychotic. You know what I'm saying? They might live in the DMX times. They might still be on that type of time program in their head. You feel me? Or motherfuckers with baggy pants. They might be on that same type of time. Craziness time. But when I say baggy pants, I mean baggy pants. I ain't talking about flares. You know what I'm saying? Not flares. Flares is that new shit where the pants is tight and then at the bottom they open up like girl pants. Those are flares. You feel me? Them shits is ridiculous, y'all. You never catch me in a pair of flares, and if you do, report my page, y'all, because that shit is uncalled for. I don't know what's up with New York, but niggas is dressing bisexual. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is wearing flares and they wearing what's that other shit these niggas wearing? Crop tops, right? It's like a jersey, right? Imagine like a basketball jersey, but instead of being the length of a normal basketball jersey, large, medium, whatever, it's the same size, but it's like cropped, topped a little bit higher. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the girls wear their crop top, but not as high as the girl one. A little bit in between. But the shit look mad feminine. I don't get it. Now, if I was a football player and I was in football practice and I had a half of one, I understand because I seen them wear half of ones. They sweat, whatever, whatever. But it's like in style, and even the stores I go to, that's what they jacking right now. And the jerseys look fire, but I'm not wearing no fucking crop top jersey. Shit is not happening. It's not happening. I'm not wearing flares. I'm not wearing crop top fucking jerseys or crop top shirts. And then they got these new shirts that's fire. But you see, look at your shirt at the bottom. You see how it is at the bottom. Now at the bottom, they want it ripped at the bottom, like you cut it with scissors. Instead of having that stitching, look at your shirt right now on a regular t-shirt. Look at the bottom by your belly button. It's a regular stitching, right? Now they just cut it with scissors across, and that's how they like it. And that's supposed to be like a retro type of I don't even know, bro, because I'm not even that fashion. But supposedly the super fashion people, that's what they doing. But I ain't trying to be that. Because all them super fashion people, next thing you know, they in high heels, they in fucking platform high heels, flats. It's crazy. Demasculated as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the trend, but I'm not even trying to figure it out no more. I just do me. I'm just gonna do me, and if the young kids tell me it's old and played out, then I'll consider it. But other than that, I'm not going flares. And fucking, I tried to do the diamonds on the hat. It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried it. I tried it. I tried it. But it wasn't me. I could do diamonds on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? I could see that in the club and the right. I can't. You know, I can't do diamonds on my pants. Man, rhinestones on my pants, bro. Man, I can't do it. Somebody, I'm gonna get beat up. I'm already skinny. You know what I mean, I'll get tested, but I'm shit. I might. They might start fucking me up. Like, yo, let's test this nigga. Look at these shady ass pants this nigga be wearing. He got pearls. Yo, pearls on the pants, bro. Pearls on the pants for real. On jeans and khakis. Imagine, you know them beige khakis that you wear to go to work, and imagine pearls all over them. I think Kendrick Lamar set up the flare pants. Yeah, but his shits weren't that flare. That's my thing. I seen his shits. His shits were more conservative. Like that was like, yo, I bought a pair of pants by accident, a black pair of pants that got I don't know what that material called, right? It's like a nylon, I think. But since it was black and shiny, I couldn't really tell. I just grabbed them. And they was tight at the bottom, and they was kind of flairish at the bottom, but not really. So you can't tell. So it gets baggy at the bottom. So when I wear them, you really can't tell. But like they the closest thing to not being flared, but they qualify as flares, but they don't look like them. I'm gonna post up a picture one day with them on, but I didn't even know I bought them. Like never again. They like extra fucking long when it comes to the ankle part for no reason. Like a guy's supposed to be like a 36 by 30. These shits is like a 36 by 36. You feel me? Like extra, extra length on this shit for no fucking reason. I don't understand how motherfuckers move like that. And then on top of that, here, you give me some drink. I'm from the old school, right? Where grandma did not like my jeans. Fucking remember back in the day, your jeans would go over the bottom of the back of your sneaker and they would rip. My grandmother was never jacking that. She was not jacking ripped jeans at the bottom, looking all crazy like that, right? Feel me? So it's like nowadays the people with the flares, like even the girls, I get it on girls. It look good on girls. I'm not sure about guys. It look crazy on guys. But this is my thing. They wear them with like some fucking not sketches, but like some Converse, but like some fucking thick ass Converse. And the Converse is like fucking my whole thing is the thing still swing around the bottom and it like drags on the bottom. So when you walk in, it still drags at the bottom a little where it rips eventually. I don't know how that's. I don't know how that's like. I get it, the ripped in the jeans at the top, but at the bottom, always, and then you feel that shit dragging. I don't understand the shit. Be all tatted up, be all tatted up at the bottom, looking. Fucking look, thing is in the way where I can't read it. Yeah, bro. I don't understand these styles that be going on. Yo, I may have to start doing regular content because I got some things I want to talk about. You feel me? It, y'all gonna laugh at me. I'm about to start doing Labubu content. Dead ass. This Labubu shit is like a whole fucking world, yo. Shit. You you could make more money selling Labubus than you could do being Pablo Escobar. You understand what I'm saying? Feel me? Like this Labubu shit is crazy. It's crazy. It's like Pokemon on day one. You know what I mean? Imagine Pokemon the first day it came out. Or the first day in fucking Japan type shit. Not even in America. Somebody in wherever the fuck is from. Type shit. Feel me? Shit crazy. Labubu. If you don't know, John told you about it first. Right? And then also, if you got kids, hit up your kids, hit up your grandkids. Oh, Carla got a stick. Look, hit up your kids, hit up your grandkids, and ask them Labubu. Carla got older kids, so then she can't even ask her kids. Carla, find somebody, some teenagers, ask them Labubu. Telling you, Labubu is in. I'm just like, everybody making millions of dollars on Labubu. I get some Labubu. You feel me? I get some Labubu. Oh, I was expensive. Yo, Labubu is so popular right now. If I had some Labubu, I could go outside with Labubu and sell all my Labubu on some crazy shit. I don't think a boy gonna be fucking with Labubu, but you never know. Cause not only is it for little kids, it's for older kids too, cause it's trendy. So it's like motherfuckers out here getting Labubu checked. Like, niggas out here getting Labubu checked in the mall. Salute. You got salute. You got bad Labubu. Oh, that's like wearing the wrong bandana and the wrong hood. You heard? It's up. I seen some scroll on the TV earlier, JF. It said they looking for El Chapo's sons, even offer the reward. I'm gonna say something. El Chapo's kids, them motherfuckers work with the government. Them motherfuckers is gonna get their father out of jail. They're gonna get rid of every drug dealer in Mexico and snitch on them so they father get out of jail. And that motherfuckers are gonna live in peace out here. You feel me? That's how it's gonna go down. They only snitched so that way they could take down all the other drug dealers so they could get them. And then there's gonna be no drug dealers and they're fine with that as long as they get to move forward and live and keep the money they got and move forward and not worry about the law in their ass, get to move around the United States, get to buy property and all of that shit and get a brand new start, fair chance. They're gonna take it as long as they can snitch out all the other cartels and they can leave with their money. These motherfucking Mexicans, they don't give a fuck about snitching. That's us. That's fucking Spanish. Well, they Spanish too, but that's like a Puerto Rican, Dominican, black people, Jamaican thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not every race signed up to the no snitching policy. You feel me? Mexicans, they don't give a fuck. They're entitled to the fuck out you. You feel me? And go back to living their fucking life with no problem. Facts. Chinese person will sell you the fuck out too. Chinese people say fuck out before you even do the shit. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell them you think about doing it. Oh, yeah. Chinese person get you. Why you think whenever we go into the stores, they be on our body? You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even buy nothing yet. And they don't even got nothing expensive in the store. You know what I'm saying? They always looking at the wrong people. Now, if you looking at the right people that look like they still, some motherfuckers just look like they still. Fuck racial profiling. Some motherfuckers look like they still. Them motherfuckers, yeah, you gotta look at them. I don't care what race they are, because they come in all sorts of races, all sorts of ages. Some motherfuckers just look like they stood. You know what I'm saying? Like a crackhead. You see a crackhead come in there, you know you're gonna watch them. Fuck all that racial profiling. You know they about to steal some shit. Some things you just know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're gonna racial profile, you better be right. You know what I'm saying? You better be 100,000% right. Because if you're wrong, your racial profile. That's wrong. You feel me? Don't look at me when I come in the store. All you got is shit. You don't got nothing in here that costs more than $12. Fuck, fuck you think? My pizza costs more than your fucking store, bitch. Stop playing. Making me feel a certain type of way. You don't even got expensive shit in your store. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? The nerve change people sometimes. Make you want to steal some shit. I ain't want shit here. I'm gonna steal some shit just cause. It's like the movie what's that movie, Menace in the Hood? Yeah. Nah, I'm tripping. I need to read your comment. I need to ask my granddaughter what it is. Yo, everybody, if you think I'm lying, get connected with your kids, grandkids, stepkids, whatever type of kids you got, foster kids, any kids. John put you on first. You feel me? Yeah, menace society. But holla at your kids and be like, yo, tell me about this Labubu stuff and see how they feel. And then you gotta figure out how to get the Labubu and not the Lafufu. You feel me? I'm figuring it out because the shit is too complicated. There's too many rules. There's too many people putting up different videos saying this is how you authenticate it, and they not right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm almost to the bottom of it. I need like one more day's worth of research, and I'm gonna be the Labubu authenticator. Motherfuckers gonna have to bring their Labubus to me to get authenticated. Facts. Damn. I feel like there's anything else I gotta talk about before I get off. I know I probably done forgot something. Okay. I did LTG, I did the KK, I did the storyteller. I think I got all of them. Mr. Wonder, you gonna pop out? I don't even know what the Carboy doing. I ain't even watched him yet. He put his video on private, so he's scared. You know my body. Ugh. Me either. I was I was kickboxing and jiu-jitsu, so I next got picked on. I was in all that shit. I think that's why I never got picked on as a kid. Feel me? I was in um I was in boxing, I was in karate, I was in track. I thought track was the hardest shit in the world until I did boxing. You feel me? Then I realized boxing was the real deal out of all of them. Boxing is something different. I done did every sport, cadets, all every motherfucking thing you could think of. Soccer, baseball. Nah, I never did football, but I always did football with the kids outside. You feel me? So, but I was always really good at sports. I was always like not the best player, but I was damn near close to the best player in the same level in every sport. I could play like the same type of level in every sport. Like damn near almost the best, but not the best. You feel me? Like I like number eight with a not number eight, 8 out of 10. But out of that, if it was like one to, I was like number four. I was like a number the fourth best. I was really like a fourth best. Pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That's before I went through all my man. I was athletic like a motherfucker. Couldn't stop me. What? That's what I said. The little kids on the steroids, they must have been doing the same shit to me when I was a kid. It's in the school lunch. It gotta be. They sneak it in the school lunch and you don't even know. You don't know who making that shit. The government. I sound like a flat earther, don't I? Oh, you dropped that. All right, Carla. Yo, Carla, who we got beef with? Who we got to step to? Ask ChatGPT. What you want me to ask them? They don't know nothing. They is giving me the wrong answers until I told them to give me the right ones. Listen, if y'all got Chat GBT, don't depend on your shit. You gotta prompt. You gotta give it prompts. You have to kind of build it up to give it the type of mentality you want it to have. Therefore, it gives you the answers you want back. You know what I'm saying? It could read you and figure out your vibe. You need to get it on your level, so that way it's not telling you shit that it tells you. It's telling you shit according to your likeness. You feel me? You have to prompt it up. You have to understand how to prompt it up too. When you say prompt, you tell it, it remembers that. You keep giving it multiple prompts. You gotta tell it how to act, how to speak, how to think, what type of mind frame you want it in. You know what I'm saying? The tone, everything. ChatGPT disrespectful as a motherfucker if you let it be. You feel me? That's why they said the AI is out of control. Because sometimes, and then on top of that, that shit don't always be right. I'm telling you, it don't always be right. And sometimes you can even trick it into doing things it's not supposed to do. That's why they said the shit got a mind of its own before it came out when they was like, watch out with quantum missions is picking up on his own. They meant the shit don't listen. That's all they meant to say. They said we can't get the shit to listen fully, really. You know what I'm saying? That's what they really meant when they said it got a mind of its own. Sometimes the shit give me errors, and I be like, I give you an example. Like the time I was doing JJ shit, you like you can't make fun of people with HIV and da 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 da. Da. I'm like, no, that's what the person looks like, and we're doing a real depiction of an actual story in a book, and that's actually what the character looks like, and we're bringing HIV awareness. And they said, oh, and they just started doing it. So I'm just like. I just bypassed the fucking disclaimer of the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? It got bullying. You can't use this shit for bullying, but somehow you can just bypass that somehow. What up, Glib? You want to come kick it real quick? Mr. Warner left me hanging. I thought, man, Mr. Warner about to set it all. You gotta add the lemon squeeze. Yo, listen. If you really listen, I got 20 of y'all. So out of 20 of y'all, somebody might fuck with me, right? You might not be a friend of mine if you ain't been paying attention all this time, right? So if you don't got no XRP, and I've been telling you to have some XRP for a 5 year wait, or 5 year wait is the minimum. I'm just giving you that just to have you chilling, all right? But if you don't have no XRP, you a friend of mine, and you see me turn into a motherfucking millionaire overnight, and you don't have none, you gotta blame yourself. Don't be one of them people with one of them stories. Glib. Have your XRP for safe reasons.
What's
Simple.
up?
Safe reason. Have your X. Do you got XRP? No, right?
Nah,
This is what I'm saying. I don't want to be
I
the
use
guy that
investments.
I don't want to have to give you some of my XRP when the shit pop off one day and they're all worth a couple of thousand. Then I'm gonna be salty at you. Then I'm gonna be like, damn, bro, all the shit you ain't listen. You could have just left 100 there and just left it there. Even the small hundo, you don't gotta be as invested as me. But don't make me have to give you some of mine. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Yo,
like I
I was
gotta
like,
buy
so
extra for
wait,
the non-believers.
I'm gonna go check and see how much is up since you told me to get it. Cause I was like, man, this shit's at the
It's
peak. It ain't.
not. It's not. Yo, bro, I'm at 240. It's at today's at 230. But you gotta understand the thing about this one, it stays between the 220 and the 240 range. And it's been there for like the last couple of months. And when it
So,
dips to 175, it comes back the next fucking day into the 220s and it stays there. And it just teeters back and forth because the implementation of things are not ready yet. Things are being implemented, but they're not ready yet. There's dates for certain things. And like I keep telling people, the big corporations are not going to invest their money into this until the regulation comes out, which is the rules. So without the rules, people are not going to pour millions, billions, or trillions of dollars into anything without the rules being set out first and laid out, the guidelines, because that would
yeah,
just be foolish. You know what I'm saying? Especially people dealing with that amount of money. So you're not nothing's really what I'm saying. The point of what I'm trying to say is don't expect nothing to happen until the rules come out. And when the rules come out, there's only a couple of coins that are regulated already. That's why it's so important for the SEC to close the case for XRP because why put out the rules and then another coin gets adopted in front of XRP when XRP is the main coin? It's the whole purpose of the whole thing. So XRP has to finish their case, right? Once XRP finishes their case, then I'm sure the rules will come out. The rules will not be regulated before XRP is ready because then it will give another coin the trajectory to take off before them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another whatever ready coin, stable ready coin or whatever the fuck they call it.
Well, it sounds like you well studied up on this topic, John. You ready for the action?
You gotta know why the price don't move. It's good to know why rather than to know like the Dogecoin thing was a complete shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no explanation there. There's no you know what I'm saying? But when you have reasons backing it and then the market moves according to the reasons, it's good to know the reasons. Even if I can't predict it ahead of time, you get to learning how to predict it. But when you see it happens and then you can explain to somebody why it went down rather than it just going down. You know what I'm saying? At least you could put it towards a reason that makes sense. And then you could equivalate to the rest of the stocks and say, hey, everything else was affected because this certain decision. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to formulate the whole shit. You have to see the one thing is you could do the market cap and you could do it the ABC way and the school way, but also you have to take the news of the day and you have to incorporate it, or the news that they give you, and you have to incorporate it into the future. So if they tell you we're going to talk about tariffs with China on this day, you know the markets is gonna be on that day. They're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, waiting to hear a
Yeah.
decision. Depending on the decision, you'll know if the market shoots up or not. But you'll be right there at the brink of being ready to buy, and you'll understand why you're waiting on that moment rather than somebody just going in there blind. You know what I'm saying? You get the light
I
on?
hear what you said, John, but listen what I'm telling you, man. You ever see the movie Mad Max?
Yeah.
Did they have the internet
No, I
or,
didn't see that movie, but
or
I know the movie you're talking about.
electricity? Nigga, if your money is stuck on the internet, when they shut this shit off, it's over. And I hate to say we on that path, but we on that path. The damn president's on TV talking about declaring war on the citizens. We're gonna send
It
troops
don't
to all the
matter, but
cities.
check this out. I'm as
What you
screwed
mean
as
it don't
everybody
matter?
else. Would it not be as screwed as everybody else? What different position would I be in from anybody else?
Now you're right. You're right. Listen, I'm about to get my money in paper, and I'm gonna have it in my sock.
And I get it, but paper, but this is but you gotta understand what they're telling you nowadays. Paper
Yeah.
is meaningless. That's what they're trying to that's the whole point that they're trying to get across. Paper is about to be worth nothing soon, right? So they're not going to use paper. They're trying to get off paper, and they're trying to switch on to this blockchain where they could do everything and send money through. Because paper is old fashioned. The world in the future is not going to move with paper. That's why we're moving with crypto, and they're even using the crypto blockchains for other things, like as far as Tender.
And when they when the fascists start rolling down the streets of America, either the American citizens or the fascists are going to take out the power, and they're going to take out the internet, and that's going to be the end of all that digital money. That's going to be in your bank
Bro,
accounts, the end of
bro,
all that stuff.
listen. It don't even make sense what you're saying. You know why? I can prove it to
Why?
you. Right now, you
What the
can't even
fuck?
get paper money. They didn't took out so many ATMs, right? So if they taking out ATMs, why are they doing that? Because nobody's gonna use money. So
Well, you don't.
if they did cut off the internet and take all our accounts, it wouldn't even matter because to access money, you would still need the bank,
Right.
and money is
Right.
not
I mean,
really used as much as it was 5 years ago or before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like
money's going to
cash is a
matter.
thing. When
Money's
was
going
the
to
last
matter to
time you
people
have
that
cash on you? When's the last time
it's,
you had cash on you?
it's,
For
it's
real,
very
like
rare.
cash.
It's very rare that I ever have paper money in my hand.
Exactly.
If ever, right? But I'm not talking about normal times. I'm talking about what's coming. I'm talking about
But
what's
what we
coming.
live in now, if you don't have paper cash on you now and they shut off the internet, how are you gonna get to the paper cash?
What do you mean? I'm saying, listen, investing in the stock
You know.
market.
Listen, if they could shut off the stock market, they could shut off the fucking
Listen,
bank.
I know the
It's
guy
one
that's
and the
in
same.
charge
It's
right now.
connected.
Listen,
It's
that
connected.
to me it seems like the guy that's in charge. He's on one of those end of times missions, and he's trying to bring it forward as fast as possible because he's really accelerating. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying? The madness.
I'm not counting with him. I'm counting with me. You gotta understand. My money been in there what November, right? And I've
Yeah.
been nothing but up. And I've stayed up.
Good.
And guess what? I haven't lost. And guess what? I put my girl in there and she's up. And she hasn't lost. And we're in a way better position than when we started. I think
I
we're
should.
like I think I'm like triple of what I put in or quadruple. And
I
she's
should have
probably
jumped in when you
almost
told me.
damn near one fourth.
I should have jumped in when you told me, but I was afraid.
No, I get it, but you know what you do with your extra little money? You just go buying it up slow on these dips. You can never lose when you buy it on the dip, and it makes
I'm
sense.
about, I'm about to spend it. I'm about to sell this house, cashing out my investment, selling this house, and then I'm gonna take the money from the house and I'm gonna put it on my side.
Nigga, nigga, you know it's so crazy. You know it's so crazy. There's people
What's
that
up?
would actually do that and win, but they wouldn't like you gotta understand they wouldn't do it in cryptocurrency. They would do it in I mean they wouldn't do it in stock, they would do it in cryptocurrency. And you could tell when the pump is coming, bro. There's certain times you could automatically tell when the pump is coming. If you waited for that exact moment to go in, you would come off damn near another one fourth of your house.
Yeah, I hear you. I
But
mean, if you know
you would
the
have to
answer,
have the confidence and know what you're doing. No, I'm just saying, like, listen, if the shit crashed for 3 days straight, right? It's obvious on the fourth day it's gonna go up a massive percentage, like 35. A regular is like 5, 10, 15, right? Going up 35 is exceptionally good. But if it crashed for 3 days straight, you know it's almost expected to do a 20 plus, right? That those are the times where I call it a safe bet or a safe investment, where you could make one fourth of the money that you put in right the fuck back. Now imagine if you could make one fourth of your house on top of that. That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful if you could do it one time and you're like, yo, I'm just only gonna do it one time because I know on this and this. And then even if it didn't go that day, you know it's gonna go up in the next 2 days because you gotta understand how the shit works when you watch it consistently. When you watch it consistently, you can almost guess it. You can almost practically guess it. I don't put money into guessing it. I don't do the put ons because I'm not that advanced into it. But if I ever get that advanced, the put ons and the put on, that's where the money's at. Betting on if the market's gonna, and especially the way I'm looking at it, that's the way it would work for me. But that's more of a risk that I wouldn't be willing to take. I'd rather take a safer route and keep my money than you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to be crazy with my money neither. And I know how fast you can lose it. You can lose it extreme. I could lose the whole thing extremely fast. That's why I'm in something that's reputable and safe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not out here playing with my little bit of money like I got it to lose.
yeah, I lost it too fast the last time. I don't have that confidence to jump in there and be like, ah, fuck it, let's see what happens. Like, nah.
No, but on some days I got 6 racks. Like, look, I got right now. I got like 7 racks. Right. On some
Yeah.
days it goes down to 6 racks. On some days it goes up to 7.5, and I just watch it cheetah back and forth. I'm not even worried about it unless it's a big jump. And even if it's a big jump nowadays, I don't even jump in like that because you never know when it's gonna fucking take off overnight. And when you feel like you're at the cusp of that, you kind of don't want to fuck around and be not in it when it goes up. Because when it do go up, it's gonna go up so quick and it's gonna be overnight and fast. You're not gonna get a chance to jump in. They're gonna freeze the shit up so you can't jump in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way they say it works. They're not gonna
Yeah,
let you buy it when it's going up by a whole million. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna freeze your shit so you can't buy in until it's all the way at the top. And the thing about XRP, in order for it to make it work, it has to be at an expensive price. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that's why the price adoption has to go up. So even if the shit goes up to $1,000 a coin or $20,000 a coin, these are what people are projecting. Experts, people that been doing this shit way before me, that been experts at this shit, that been made money at this shit. I don't have to take everything they say as gold, but if a majority of them start saying the same song and it starts sounding like the same song, you kind of might want to listen. You might not want to, but maybe you want to be invested in something in the very beginning. If it's gonna be, if we're gonna have the crypto whatever of America, and it's only the beginning, wouldn't you want to be invested in the beginning? I'm just saying,
Yeah,
if it is only the
yeah. I mean,
beginning, no
that
matter
would
what
be the.
position you're in, right now is the beginning.
Right. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. I think it's probably a little delay. I was but yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Uh, I'm just investing different. But
Bro,
I hear
I
you.
want people for the
I,
5 and the 10, the 5 and the 10 year wait. If you know what I'm saying, because a lot of people that I'm talking to, they don't got money.
right.
Yeah, eat one and cook one more. Yeah, so a lot of people don't got a lot of money. So if you don't got a lot of money, your option is to invest now, wait 5, 10 years from now for the shit to actually be worth something, and that's where you get your money. There's two different games. It's the game that you could play where you put in a lot of money and you make quick money fast, and there's the broke man's game where they sit, or what I would call it the broke man game, the people with not a lot of money. Because when you don't got a lot of money, you have to sit and invest and wait for it. But the
Yeah,
people
you
with a
got
lot of
to.
skin in the game, like BlackRock and Vanguard, they know what they're doing. They know how to invest in something and get the fuck out and never even look at that shit again. They know how to make the right move at the right time. And that's how you gotta kind of be. You gotta be like a hawk, waiting for your fucking prey. You see your prey, you see that fish pop out, you need to go for it. And
Shit,
you gotta be confident.
they got that insider knowledge, John. That's how they know how to move. They got that insider knowledge.
But even if they do, they're still giving you some sort of manuscript to understanding it, which is
Yeah.
somewhat closer to what everybody else is teaching me. Like
Oh
I'm learning that market cap will determine the price. So if I could see the price at what it is now by the market cap, I don't got to be a genius in numbers. I could just do simple math, like times that by two. You know what I'm saying, or times that by four, and understand where the shit
yeah.
could be if the market cap just changed. You know what I'm saying? And then they're saying that
Yep.
this has the possibility of flipping Ethereum, right? And it's quite possible that it might flip Ethereum before the year is over. So if Ethereum is sitting at 1800 or 2000 for like the last 2 years, right? And it's well on its way of flipping Ethereum, and it's only at $2 fucking, and they're talking about flipping Ethereum's market cap. What does that say about the coin? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just looking at it like that. I want
Yeah.
to be invested in the right thing. But also, even if it don't go to where I think it's gonna go, guess which one has the fastest bounce back every time there's a crash? And that's what it basically counts. Whenever there's a
So,
crash, and Gears taught me that. You heard?
yeah. Kim?
Yeah, I hear you.
Uh, yeah, it's I'm driving, so it's a little delay. But yeah, we
Oh,
should be. What did
that's
Gears tell you?
Gears told me that because remember when I was investing in certain coins, I had it a little mixed up, and there's one problem could have costed me a lot. I'm just lucky it never did. I would always invest in coins where I could buy the most of, so I could have the most ownership over it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought I would get the most
Yeah.
profit out of it, but it don't go like that. Remember you explained it to me too. It goes by percentage going up. So when I looked at it like that, and that's the way it is, why would I put my money in a fucking Pepe coin, even though when XRP has a faster return rate or a faster bounce back than all the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is basically when everything drops out of all the coins, the ones that are on the same blockchain are the only ones that bounce back to their same numbers. You
All
understand?
right.
Like the ones that are on the same
So,
blockchain, they're the only
as
ones that
far as
bounce
long
back to where
term,
they belong. What?
yeah.
So let's say there's a crash at night. By the time you
But
wake
now
up in the
I'm listening.
morning, none of the other ones recovered, but XRP definitely recovered, and the ones that's on his blockchain recovered, and they're back in the vicinity in which it needs to be. So you wouldn't be worried. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stay down there and take mad long to build itself back up to get you back to zero. It literally comes right back and you stay there, levitated over and under, over and under. And sometimes I'm over $300-400 and I don't even cash out because in my mind it's gonna go to a, and I'm used to cashing out on 1,000 sometimes. So a 300-400 ain't that much bite there for me. You know what I'm saying? And I jump out, take out 300, and the shit goes a little bit higher the next day instead of going really low down. I don't like taking those sort of chances for like chump change. You know what I'm saying? Even though in the beginning that's how I was doing it to build it up to get more in there. But now I'm just reserved and I'm playing more cool and more calm. Oh, they
All right,
shooting.
that's what's up. Yo,
You heard that? They just let off like four
that's,
or five shots.
they coming for you, man. It's the National
It's
Guard coming for
probably the
you
nigga in the
next.
wheelchair. Yo, it's probably the nigga in the wheelchair. Did you hear what happened? Some dude in a
Yo, you seen
protected class.
that shooting in Vegas?
Yeah, kinda. I couldn't really see
Oh,
it, but I
I
seen
heard
like
you
a
talking
little
about.
bit of it.
Yo, that's you know what, man. I was like, it's really funny that everybody want to have a meeting and talk a lot of shit until the meeting happens. Like, I ain't that don't like me. We cool. Y'all stay over there, avoiding y'all fools at all costs.
I don't want to have no meeting because I always get in trouble. And if it's anything like how it always is, I already know how it's gonna go. It's gonna end up with me getting in trouble, and I'm tired of that shit sometimes. So my whole thing is like, stay where you at, bro. Because the only thing that can happen is one of us is gonna get hurt and one of us is gonna get in trouble, and my probabilities do work out in my favor. You know, I'm still out here talking shit, so I must have not
Yeah,
got never got nothing that done to me. You know. And
well,
listen,
all
a
I know
good
is that
ass kicking
I
builds
watched the rest
character.
of that. Well, you would think,
No,
but
it
sometimes
does.
a
It
good
done
tongue
put me in
lashing
my
makes you
place.
want to kill somebody. Shit,
See, I done
but
got
the
whooped out
actual
a few
pistols will make
times,
you
and I
scared.
done it done saved my life. I feel like a couple of those whoopings done saved my life because I was too crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people ain't never punched in the face. That's what they need, though. So you're probably right, John Frank. You get punched in the face a couple times, you start thinking about who you're talking crazy to.
Yeah, I got punched once, and I did not like that shit. What? Did not like that
Mm.
shit one bit. You feel me? I said never again. I don't care if you big or small. You get in my vicinity, I already know. I was like, after that one person got me,
Oh,
ain't nobody ever gonna get me. You get that close, I'm just gonna assume you're a threat. You
yeah,
can talk from a distance. You can talk from a distance, but once you get in the vicinity where I can get you,
oh
oh
shit.
man, you done fucked
Yo,
up.
yo, I'm not even bullshitting. I just seen the dude on a bicycle in a Spider-Man costume. I ain't even lying.
Oh,
Old
that
dude, probably
cardboy
about
hunting
70
you
years old.
down. He
He
about to
out here
rob you under
rolling.
your will. They're looking for a lawsuit. It's raining
Is that
out here.
Spider-Man over there? That is absolutely Spider-Man over there. Oh shit.
Sad. Sad, right?
Yo,
You know what's funny? I never liked Spider Man ever.
Oh, now you crazy, yo. Spider Man was the shit. Spider Man and his amazing friends. You probably too young for that. You know?
I never gravitated to Spider-Man. I was always like a Batman, Superman kind of kid.
Yeah, Spider Man was a shit talker too. He was always
For
cracking them
real.
witty ass jokes. Yeah,
Nah, I don't know, man. Then when the movie came out, I don't like that kid that they picked to be Peter Parker, the famous one. That he look like Harry
yeah.
Potter. Yeah, I don't like him
I
either.
thought
I'm like, maybe
I didn't
messing
really
up
like
these
the
Marvel
movie
movies
much.
sometimes.
The cartoon was the shit though. I didn't really get into the movies, but the cartoon when I was a kid. I'm too old for that shit now. Some of it.
Yo, I was on the train the other day. There's this dude, he like 27. This nigga's talking out his ass to random people. This nigga talking about, yeah, cause you remember the X-Men 9-7? And I'm just like, at 27 years old, right? There's no fucking way you was around to see the X-Men, whatever, right? And then I don't even think it was on fucking YouTube. So I'm like, if what possible, and they used to talk about the 9-7 edition was the best. And I'm like, how the fuck, remember the dude on the train talking about X-Men? Yo, I'm telling Glib, I'm like, in my mind, how the fuck did you see the X7 9 X-Men when X-Men wasn't even really out when I was a kid? It was just ending when I was a fucking kid, and I'm way older than this motherfucker. And he talk about he's 27. I'm like, how the fuck did you even possibly watch that? Did you have a time machine, nigga? Like, where did you see this at? How could you? There was no Netflix, there was no Hulu, there was no none of that. How did you see it? You probably seen it now. Talking about some way, somehow. You probably seen it now. And even that is probably difficult. Motherfuckers wildin'.
Everything's on the internet, yo. You gotta make money, man. They trying to make that
Yeah.
money,
But I
streaming
just,
everything.
it's hard to
But yo,
believe
hey,
somebody born after the
I made
90s don't remember some shit.
it. Yeah, I made it to my destination, man. So we about to go find some cats. So I'm gonna holler at you
Nah,
later.
look, I'm about to get off. Yeah, I'm out. Mwah.